There's something about a baby's first steps that holds the promise of a brave new world. But how are walking and character connected? Well, before we explore that question together, welcome to Mornings with Bishop Robert. Hope you've got your coffee. I do. And I'm glad we're walking together today. My goal is to introduce people to the Jesus they never knew, then help them to get to know Him and His Word personally and better. So if our time together today speaks to your heart, let me invite you to like, subscribe, and then share it with a friend. If you've ever raised an infant, seeing them take their first steps is a moment you'll never forget. It doesn't happen all at once, of course. No baby has just said to themselves, "Gosh, I noticed the perambulation of the adults in my immediate proximity via an effective peripatetic motion. I believe I'll do that now." No. Learning to walk involves the development of a bunch of skills. Proper muscle strength, coordination, balance all come into play. Learning to walk is a process that requires the development of several skills in order to do it well. Which brings us to today's verse. The godly walk with integrity. Babies never learn to walk in the womb. New birth brings the need for new skills. And what's true in the flesh, in this case, is also true in the spirit. Before you're born again, you've not got much use for an awareness of God's word or His standards of character and conduct. But all that changes after you've given your life to Him. Now listen carefully. Don't confuse character and conduct. Because unless good conduct is founded in excellent character, it cannot be relied upon. Because conduct is only the way you choose to act around others. And many a con man has wormed their way into the trust of the victim with good conduct. Because most people can put up a good front for short periods of time when necessary, if they choose to do so. Character, on the other hand, will guide and control conduct over the long term. Developing a godly character will impact your actions, both in public and in private. The truest test of character is who you are when no one but God is watching, because the godly walk with integrity. Learning to walk with integrity requires many of the same skills as learning to walk as a child. Strength, coordination, and balance all come into play. It takes strength of character to be a person of integrity. The opportunities and invitations to do otherwise are all around us. But letting integrity guide you is a preservative factor. Whoever walks in integrity can walk securely. It's been said liars need good memories because it can be very difficult to keep track of all the things you made up. But when you walk in integrity, all you need to remember is truth. Coordinating your actions so they line up with God's word, will build on your strength of character and develop more of it. The Bible teaches us that whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out. The ones who walk in integrity also get found out, but with a much better reputation. Yeah, for better or worse, you're building a reputation. Who you are will become known. And keeping balanced, that's an essential element to walking so you don't fall. Balancing worldly things like temper and temptation with godly integrity will continue to build on the skills and the strength you've developed. The interesting thing is that no matter how long you've been walking, you never reach the point where losing your balance and falling isn't a possibility. But there's a trick to maintaining balance, and here it is. Some time ago, my wife Pat and I attended a formal event that required her to wear high heels. At one point, as we walked along, something on the walkway caused her to lose her balance. But she and I were walking arm in arm. so she was able to steady herself quite easily. What could have been disastrous was a non-event, because she wasn't walking alone. Good accountability relationships can help you avert potential disasters and save you a great deal of embarrassment. But be deliberate about building a relationship with someone who loves God and knows His Word well. And then be even more deliberate about listening to what that person says to you, because, believe it or not, their greatest value will be when they see things differently from you. See, that's the nature of the problem. We all have blind spots. And it's the obstacles we don't see that are most likely to send us tumbling. Integrity and accountability walk arm in arm. It's much more fun than walking alone, and sooner or later it's going to prove valuable. The first psalm tells us about several other benefits of walking in integrity. Makes you like a tree planted by streams of water. Strong roots, plenteous nutrients, make you fruitful and deliver endurance under trial. God Himself blesses the work of your hands. And in all that the person of integrity does, he prospers. Some people have climbed mountains or walked on the moon. But people with integrity walk with God. And that's much more significant. Yeah, the godly walk with integrity. Hey, as we wrap up, can I ask you to help me introduce people to the Jesus they never knew and help them get to know Him and His Word personally and better? Do me a favor, please like this video, help more people see it, and then click follow or subscribe so you and I can get together every day. I'd love to meet you in the comments section and hear about how our time together today touched your heart. And it's also a great place to leave a question if you got one. One more thing. Share it with a friend, would you? It's like a cup of warm coffee. Just warms your heart. But as you do, I want you to know you're sharing the gospel as part of a team touching hearts all over the world with the love of Jesus. Thanks for helping.